Perfect. So a little while back, I made a video explaining that this knot, the monkey's fist, is illegal. But is it? Look, I'll be honest, I didn't expect that video to blow up like it did, but I need to address some things that I got right, but also some things that I got wrong. Because by the end of this video, you'll know if it's legal or illegal! So that being said, let's roll the tape. As many of you know, the monkey's fist is this knot here, tied around a weight at the end of a rope. Multiple sets of passes are made around a weight and then tightened. This knot was originally used by sailors so that they could weigh down a heaving line so that it could be thrown much more easily. Yes, this knot does serve a very practical purpose as it is used by sailors and seamen. Yes, seamen, get your mind out of the gutter. As a way to weigh down one end of a line, rope, or more specifically a heaving line so that it can be more easily tossed from one place to another. In many states, carrying them became illegal as a result.
Wrong.
Monkey's fist is not illegal in many states, as I said. According to my findings, carrying or having one on one's person is a crime in the states of California, Oklahoma, Massachusetts, Michigan, Nevada, Washington, Minnesota, and New Hampshire. Feel free to correct me again if I got that wrong as well. And that is having it on you. And I think it goes without saying that if you just made one of these monkey's fists in your house, the police are not going to bust down the door in SWAT gear because you made one. Now, how about for us Canucks here in the Great White North? Well, based on my understanding of weapon laws in Canada, and I am not a lawyer, so do not take this as legal advice, but carrying anything for the sole purpose of self-defense is 100%
Illegal!
So I can make these all day and carry them around, but the moment I use it for self-defense, it's illegal. I could even potentially carry one of these around in my pocket, and of course nobody would know about it. But if I were stopped by a police officer and they had a legal reason to search me, it might be kind of difficult to explain why I have this monkey's fist in my pocket, as it wouldn't really serve a practical purpose. Now, as for all other countries around the world outside of the US and Canada, you're going to have to check with your local laws as to what is legal for you to have on your person and what's not. And weapon laws can get very convoluted and almost silly, so I'm definitely not going to go down that rabbit hole in this video. They ultimately became the weapon of choice for gangs and thieves in the late 19th century and into the early 1920s. A notable instance of the slungshot appearing in American history is when the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, defended a man named William Duff in an alleged life deletion trial of James Preston Metzger by striking him in the back of the head with a slungshot. This was, of course, before Lincoln became president and was a respected trial lawyer. Ultimately, Duff was acquitted. Yes, it is alleged that Abraham Lincoln successfully defended a man on trial for using a monkey's fist or slungshot in a murder trial, and they were in fact widely used by criminals and street gang members in the 19th century, as they were easy to make, silent, concealable, and very effective. I mean, if you think about it, all you need is some rope, a solid core like a rock or a piece of brick, and with just a bit of know-how, you could tie that slungshot. And you wouldn't even need to go out and buy a knife or something like that. This ultimately gave slungshots a very suspect reputation, very much like that of switchblade knives, which, as many of us know, are illegal in many places around the world, even though a knife that opens with the push of a button is really no more dangerous than a knife you can flick open with your thumb or a fixed blade. More silly weapon laws, of course. Oh, and I do apologize for the horrendous AI painting that I used in the original video. This was before I learned about Midjourney, so in that case, here's some better AI art. Here is Abraham Lincoln holding a monkey's fist, Abraham Lincoln as a monkey holding a fist, and quite possibly my favorite, Abraham Lincoln holding a monkey that also kind of looks like him with his fist next to it. And by the way, no disrespect to Abraham Lincoln here. I just thought these were kind of funny. So really, what does it come down to? Primarily, it depends on your location and local laws, of course. There are in fact some places where you can carry a monkey's fist for the purpose of self-defense, but for me here in Canada, I could not do anything like that. I think that ultimately what I was trying to communicate that I didn't quite make crystal clear was that the monkey's fist is illegal in some states when carried and used as a weapon, but just tying a monkey's fist knot does not necessarily mean that you committed a felony. That would be crazy. The knot itself isn't illegal, as I mentioned earlier. It's a practical knot that is widely used for different purposes. But if you were to make a slingshot out of a monkey's fist and carry it around and potentially use it as a weapon, that could be illegal depending on where you live.